Welcome to Maple Grove for high school boys soccer from the Northwest Suburban Conference. It's the Totino-Grace Eagles taking on Maple Grove. The Crimson are ranked #1 in the state in Class 3A and undefeated this season. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox, and it'll be an interesting night for both of these teams. We've got a couple of guys out for each team that normally would have been pretty good factors in this game. Some injuries and illness on both sides, so neither at 100%, but a couple of pretty decent teams here. Totino-Grace has started out pretty slow this season, but they recently had a 3-game winning streak, knocking off Anoka, Coon Rapids, and Elk River right in a row, and they had a tie with Osseo on Tuesday night as well, so they're definitely showing some signs of progress. A less experienced team for them than for the Crimson. Maple Grove is obviously so far so good. They're 11-0. They had some tests early. They've had 1-goal games against good teams from Champlain Park and Park Center, and then Tuesday they got a big test from Centennial. Had to go overtime to beat the Cougars 3-2, so they are definitely tested here, and they know they can't afford to overlook this Totino-Grace team. Let's talk about key players to look at here tonight. First of all, for the Eagles, Vincent Gibson is one of their guys that they're counting on to generate a little bit of offense. We said they're a little bit shorthanded, but he's had 3 goals, 3 assists for them. A junior who's got pretty good speed, pretty good footwork, and they're hoping he can create some offense. Meanwhile, on the other side for Maple Grove, they've had a lot of good players, but boy, one is really standing out. Chris Franz had all 3 of their goals the other night against Centennial, including the game winner, of course, in overtime. And he also has 23 goals along with 8 assists. He's on pace to probably break the individual season scoring record for the Crimson this year. Just a dynamite finisher for them and a great all-around player. We're actually heading down the stretch here of this high school season as the playoffs not all that far off. Teams want to be sharp now as we get ready for October and the beginning of that second season. Maple Grove now back in Section 5 this year, 5-3A. They'd been up in Section 8 and done very well there, of course, but looking for an opportunity to try and win a new section for them as well. Stay tuned. It's Totino-Grace and Maple Grove. It'll come your way next here on CCX Sport. And welcome back as you get a look at the top-ranked Crimson getting set for battle here tonight. Under the lights here, the 7 o'clock game. Of course, we've got new turf and a new scoreboard here, and you see very warm temperature to start the night. Earlier in the day, there was a lot of wonder about rain, and it sounds like that'll probably hold off till maybe the overnight hours here. So we should be good to go to get this one in. A light breeze. And overall, for this last day of September, might be one of the last warm days like this. Here you get a look at the starters. On the left side is Totino-Grace for Coach Bill Vance, and on the right, Greg Leininger and Justin Turner's Crimson lineup. And again, we're missing a few names that normally would be in, including in goal, Beckett Carlson, sophomore, getting the start in place of Holden Waldrum for Maple Grove. Also Damon Humphrey, one of their leaders, out as well. Here Crimson getting an early opportunity here, but it's going to be offside as Aaron Badillo sent that one up. And on the Totino side, a couple of their better players are out as well. Roddy Hood, one of their captains, battling a hamstring injury, and they've got a couple other people missing that normally would have been playing relatively key roles in their lineup as well. So they want to get healthy for playoff time, obviously, here, and just want to see their progress. It was interesting. Coach Vance from Totino-Grace said, we didn't get to play Maple Grove last year, and I kind of admire the way they play. I'm glad we get to see them this year, even if it means it could potentially be a tough night for his team. He appreciates the way Maple Grove plays the game, and he wants to see them in action, although not too much action, at least right away anyway. Strong step up there, but battled through. Ethan Smith got the pass away here for the Crimson. Broken up there, and Deba gaining control for Totino-Grace, now sent straight up the middle. And, Teddy Miller tapped that one a little soft. He and Carlson didn't seem like they were on the same page there, and that one nearly turned into disaster for Maple Grove. Sent ahead, and here's an opportunity. This one is onside as well. Carter Sheard trying to get a step into that one, but shielded off it pretty effectively. Crimson quickly get it right back, though. Ethan Smith finding Jordan Ross. And let's see, this one is going to be onside, and it'll be a goal for Sheard. Totino-Grace thought they had him trapped offside, but it doesn't work out that way. And so a minute 59 in, Carter Sheard will get the goal here for Maple Grove. Beautiful chip from Jordan Ross, and at that point, Owen Robinson had no help whatsoever, and his D, I think, was counting on the fact that there could potentially be an offside there. When it didn't happen, it was trouble, obviously, for the Eagles. It's quickly 1-0 Maple Grove. Sheard, his 11th goal of the season. Chipped ahead there. Nice reception of that one by Anji Atanga for TG. It'll be a throw now for the Eagles. Abel Werku throwing it in. Ross able to dig it out. He's been a great addition, as we said. Came over from Champlain Park. Here's France. Both guys go down there, and they say play on. That pass behind its intended target, Joe Morey, though, so it'll be a throw for Maple Grove. There's a look at Bill Vance, the Eagles head coach. He said last year was a tough one on everybody, just with all the uncertainty, and he said it's just, I'm glad we're out here playing first and foremost, and you know, whether we're winning or losing, that's important too, but just to getting everybody an opportunity like this has been good to see. Crimson gaining control there, but Eo dropping it back, and they send it long again. Here is Franz running onto it. His shot deflected. And it's going to be a corner upcoming here for Maple Grove, their first of the night. It'll be Ross getting set to take it. Ross will come to the short side, and it actually winds up in the lap of Robinson, the keeper there for the Eagles. One nothing lead already for Maple Grove as they get an early goal from Carter Sheard. And a foul call here against Grace. Free kick upcoming now for the Crimson. Lofted in toward the top of the box, but Eagles first to it. Nice ball ahead, though, to Ross. Ross tripped over the ball. He'll retrieve it, though. Ooh, and a sweet move there. Ross keeping it alive right along that line. Then it comes out front. Deflected away, but not out. Badillo trying to run it down here, and does for Maple Grove. Saladin stepping to the outside, but lost it. Eagles, of course, have turf on their home field now as well, so they're the whole conference in the off-season with all the Anoka Hennepin schools and Rogers and Elk River and Totino-Grace all got artificial turf in the off-season. Elk Rivers isn't complete yet, but they're in the process of getting as well, so you won't have that disparity where one team's used to playing on grass and the other not, for the most part, in all these teams' games this year. That one dug out, and the Crimson getting it going. Oh, a nice sliding block there by Ivan Antonio Rolfe. Jack Yoakum, now a takeaway. Ross waiting for his team to, oh, and he slid it through toward Franz. A great break up there. That one might have been a breakaway for Maple Grove's Franz, and obviously you don't want that if you're the Eagles. Opportunity up the right side, but well defended. Deba eventually lost that one, as now Franz up with it here for Maple Grove. He'll send it back. Verdano finding Adit Srinivasan. And that'll come in on a bounce there to keeper Robinson. Sees a lot of room, so he distributes it there to Worku. And then that pass not going to hug the line. It'll be a throw for Maple Grove. Smith, the throw in here for the Crimson. And that foul is going to go against Srinivasan, so a foul call against the Crimson will give Totino-Grace a free kick near midfield.
Stop backing up. How do you find the ball?
Yoakum will take this kick here for the Eagles. Defender getting there first, and then a nice play by Teddy Miller to come up and take that one. Ross blocking that short little pass, but then nobody home up the right side for Grove as the two guys in front of him, Sheard and Franz, were both cutting toward the middle. And that throwing up the sideline put Atanga in a tough spot, so it'll be a throw for Maple Grove. No, actually it won't. The Crimson did knock it out. Peter Cliff throwing it in here for the Eagles. Miller got up to knock it away. Ooh, Miller got nudged. That's going to be foul call, yes, against Grace. Miller went up for the header, and he just got, you get in underneath with your hip and into his lower back or upper part of his legs there, and that can be kind of dangerous. So good call there. And Franz reading that clearing attempt. It'll be knocked away. It's a corner kick upcoming for Maple Grove. Ross will take it again. And the header goes just off the top of the net. Pretty decent opportunity there for the Crimson, but not quite able to direct it inside the frame there. So it'll be a goal kick for Totino-Grace. Deba gaining control here for the Eagles. Gets the return pass here and looking out wide left with it. Knocked away. It'll be a throw for Grace here. Knocked free. Carter Sheard couldn't quite keep it in. Good effort. But it'll be another throw for the Eagles. Maple Grove getting the better of it so far for sure, but Grace not playing too poorly here either, other than that early goal that they gave up when they thought they were going to get an offside call and didn't. Reese Saladin throwing it in here for Grove. Headed right back out of play, and he'll do it again. Jabbed away, and now Maple Grove will Restart it from the back here as they go across to Miller. Miller, a little space to work with here up that left side. And then pass ahead a little bit too far. They weren't quite on the same page timing-wise on that run. Miller steps in to break that up. Sheard putting pressure on, but then Miller will knock it down at midfield. Ooh, Miller comes flying in there and knocks Joe Morey down, so foul on Teddy Miller. Not the biggest guy around, but he doesn't hesitate to throw his body in there a little bit, and that time whistled for it. Yoakum will take this kick here on the free kick, and he gets plenty of it. It's headed, uh-oh. And Jackson stumbling backward. The defender, or Carlson, excuse me, stumbling as he was coming out to meet that one, and the defender headed it actually toward his own net, obviously not on purpose. Oh, great header here will create a chance. Sheard chipping it out front, but he didn't connect with Ross. Werku there forward for the Eagles. Diba knocks it out of play. Maple Grove will get it right back. Badillo lining it up, and that shot was denied, but it's going to result in another corner kick here. Go short with it here, and then played to the front, but knocked loose. Eagles able to clear it. Gibson battling Saladin. It'll stay with TG, but Saladin at least broke that one up and allow his teammates a chance to kind of work their way back into position. Carlson drilling this one. Boy, he does have a good leg. Coach Leininger was telling me that, and I asked about Carlson. He said he's gotten some playing time, but he thought it was the first start of the season, but he said we're deep in keepers. Yes, I'm very confident in him stepping in for Holden Waldrum. Said it's something they're fortunate in their program. They've got some keepers. Ross putting it out front. That one will be offside. No goal as Badillo got a little too anxious and got out front. It's Justin Turner, the co-head coach for Maple Grove. And in the middle of that group in the gray t-shirt, Greg Leininger, the other co-head coach. He's kind of a superstitious guy, and when I greeted him by saying the #1 Crimson, he kind of shook his head, and he knows that puts a target on him. But Sheard coming back to get it. Nice break up there by Tanner Smith. Diba receiving that pass there in close quarters from Matanga, but then the Crimson knocked it free. But Eagles quickly recover. It's going to be a foul call against Maple Grove Smith. So we'll get a free kick coming up here for Totino-Grace. 1-0 Maple Grove. They scored just a minute 59 in. Haven't had a lot of great chances after that, but definitely Maple Grove's had more of the possession and more of the opportunities, no question about that. And I don't think that ball was out of play yet, so it's going to be a handball there for reaching down to grab it. He thought he was going to have a throw in, and I think maybe misread the lines there. There are multiple lines in that vicinity, of course, with multi-use football and lacrosse, and I think he got confused. Robinson this time electing to punt it. Miller comes over to meet it. He will play it back. O'Donnell is going to leave it for Carlson, and he gets his foot into that one. Good pass right on the foot of Badillo, and he lofts it ahead. Here comes Sheard. Sheard goes around the keeper. He has an open net, and he'll score again. Carter Sheard did a great job winning the race to that one, and didn't panic as Robinson came out at him, just tapped it to his left and able to tuck it home. And for the second time, they kind of catch Totino-Grace defense trying to get them offside. Badillo making a very nice pass. And Robinson, I think, maybe could have stood to be just a little more aggressive there. He pulled up. I think he was worried about a collision and end up getting beat to that ball. So 2-0 Crimson. Carter Sheard netting them both for Maple Grove. Here they come again. And that one tapped ahead. They thought they had an opportunity there. Franz reading the D there, but they didn't quite click. Smith stepping up. Deba couldn't gain control of that one, so Maple Grove will have the throw in here. Went to Ross with it, and he's going to come back. Gadagno, the sophomore. Nice passing here as they come up that right side. Now Ross looking to swing it over, intercepted by Joe Morey though. And Ross quickly takes it right back. Oof, look at that footwork. Sheared. And that one knocked away from him by Peter Cliff, but it will be a throw for Maple Grove as they've started to really click here, connecting on passes, and can see why they're a team that's got a 0 in the loss column so far this year. And they really felt like by the end of last year that, you know, had there been a state tournament, Maple Grove felt like they would have, you know, been one of the teams with a legitimate shot to win it. Oof, there's a hard trip. And of course they did not, where there was no state tournament because of the pandemic. There was a section tournament. I see Sheard and Cliff mixing it up a little bit there. So Ross will take this free kick, and it's in a pretty good spot for them to generate something off it too. Curls it in, but goes right to Robinson. Oops, a couple Maple Grove guys collide with each other there. Saladin's okay though as he pops right back up. Throw coming for Totino-Grace. Bill Vance was saying we want to chop this into 4 20-minute games tonight is how we're kind of thinking. And obviously the first 20 not going as well as they'd like. They're down 2-0. He said they played a solid first half against a very good Champlain Park team, although ultimately ended up losing 5-0. And they have not been able to keep Maple Grove off the board here, obviously so far in this first half. Ensign Karn will sub in now for Maple Grove.
Coming in for Crimson, number 13, Ensign Karn.
Smith will take the throw. Silver will switch fields here. Sending it long, got too much of it as a keeper Robinson comes out to meet it. They're looking for Franz. Maple Grove, they can kind of play both styles here. They're good. They can be a good possession team, but they're also can go very direct. And early on, that's what they were doing. Oh, and that pass just failed to click as Badillo was trying to control it with his left foot and get the right foot ready to strike, but didn't quite. But yeah, they're capable of taking advantage if the defense is too flat and beating them long over the top. But also pretty good possession team as well as they foul there on Grace. Good passing here. Sheard tripped up. Early on, I didn't think it seemed like that physical a game, but the fouls are starting to mount up quite a bit. Here's Franz getting set to take this free kick for Maple Grove. And trying to go up in the top corner there, but didn't quite get it, so it'll be a goal kick coming up here for the Eagles. Jack Yoakum will take it. Smith getting up for the header, but couldn't direct it in the way he wanted to there, so out of play we get a throw for the Eagles. Worku. Intercepted, Ross. And then that play in turn broken up by Antonio Rolfe, but Maple Grove possession. They're not afraid to go back toward their own net to get things set up too, and that pass deflects off an Eagle player, so a throw for Maple Grove. Ross from Badillo, back to Badillo. Cutting it to the middle, gets by the defender. Now it comes loose out front. Franz trying to line it up for a shot. Here's Sheard, denied by Robinson. That's his best save of the night for sure. Sheard looking for a hat trick in the first half. Nearly had it. Now he gets a great takeaway there. Badillo chipping one, and Robinson will make the stop. So Maple Grove continuing to apply some pressure, and Sheard nearly got another one there. Worku challenged by Badillo. Eagles right now seeming a little bit tentative. They're not being, real aggressive to the ball, but even then when they do have it, they've been seeming like they're a little bit unsure where to go with it, and whereas Maple Grove just kind of jumping right to it and playing with pace. Verdano will swing it around now for Miller. Miller playing it middle for Ross. And he in turn finds Franz, who got shoved a little bit. Chip to the front, but Badillo, they were going to be offside there. That pass knocked away. Maple Grove not conceding much territory here. Being aggressive to the ball. Smith coming back to meet that one. Nice touch ahead to Badillo. Now he chips it ahead. Oh, and Franz just couldn't quite get there before the keeper Robinson. But again, they were dangerous. The Eagles, and they have to shore that up in the second half. Yeah, there's been one or two offside, but too many others have resulted in really good chances. Carlson coming way out, and he does have a heck of a leg, driving that one way ahead to Sheard. Trying to cross this one, it was deflected. Nope, guess not. Going to be a goal kick. Caleb Mance coming in for Maple Grove, and going to see Doe for Totino-Grace. Also Isaac Swenson for Maple Grove.
Substitution for the Eagles, number 4, Denise Doe.
Deba circling back as Ross pursues him. Now Yoakum sending it ahead. Good little sequence here for Totino-Grace. Morey. But then jabbed away. Nice move by Badillo, and a sliding tackle knocks it out. That is a throw for the Eagles. Set up the line there by Atanga, but it'll be a quick throw for Maple Grove instead. They almost gave it away there, but ultimately wind up back with it. Mance will swing it around, and then he gets the return pass. Into the middle for Ross, chipping it ahead onto the foot of Franz. And then sent toward the net. Be scooped up there by Robinson. I believe Franz and Ross got to be one of the better duos around the state in terms of generating offense up front. Little battle for it there in close quarters, and then a nice takeaway. Eagles on the march, but quickly redirected. Badillo, yep, got his hands in the cookie jar a little bit there, grabbed a little bit of jersey or arm there. Drop back to Worku, and then chipped ahead. Karn sending it over and then lofted high in the air. Franz waiting to pounce. Pretty well done defensively there, though. They'll end up clearing it out, but no panic shown there by Yoakum. Verdania sending it ahead now. Ross meeting it, leaves it for Mance. Try to go to Badillo, but nothing doing there as Worku intercepted, but then taken back by Miller. And that one was clean as well on the retake there by the Eagles, but Maple Grove getting it back. Franz to Ross. Ross trying to find a little room. Taken away by Morey, but then he is quickly doubled, and Smith picked it off. Then Morey retook it and had it knocked loose again as a trade possession near midfield. Here's Ross. Lofting it out front. Strong header there. Mance, though, getting control for the Crimson. Karn has some space to work with, chipping it over for Badillo. And, oh, he did a nice job running that one down. Let's see whose throw this will be. It'll be Maple Grove. Good work by Badillo. Now Ethan Smith will head down to take this throw in. Eagles got there first but can't clear it. And now here's a shot juggled by Robinson as Mance put one on net. Pretty nice little setup there. You see the good spacing, and boy, that one was well targeted toward that near post. I thought at first maybe it was going to be wide, but actually it looked really well placed right there. And Robinson just barely got there. Jordan Ross dropping it back. Here's Beckett Carlson. Srinivasan dropping it now to Smith. Got that one to an open area and picked off. Not for long though. Ross trapping it down. Eagles force a quick turnover. Miller coming hard to meet him though. And right away Maple Grove able to win it back. Ross chipping it ahead. Franz trying to leave it for Badillo, but they were offside. Worku sending it ahead now to Latanga. Nice footwork there by Karn. He fakes the pass and puts on the brakes, but intercepted by Morey. Tap back over here to Doe. Nice takeaway though at midfield by Karn. Mance chipping it ahead. Swenson putting it out front. Here's the shot. Oh, and it's off the crossbar as Franz. A near miss there. Robinson getting a piece of that one. Boy, I thought this was going to be in. Nice pass back. And Franz just getting that left foot on it, and didn't miss. I mean, it almost went in on the fly, but then it almost bounced over the goal line in off the bottom of the goalpost too. Well, he'll get another chance, and this time he will not miss. Franz puts that one away for the Crimson. I guess he didn't hang his head too much about missing that previous one, as he comes right back and puts this one away for his 24th goal of the season. Couldn't have been more than about 10-15 seconds after hitting the crossbar. Franz able to put that one away. Another look. Badillo leaving it for him as Ross got the first pass, and the timing was there that time for sure. Definitely onside, and Robinson kind of hung out to dry, and Franz not going to miss two in a row. He puts that one away with ease. 3-0 Maple Grove. Eagles coming to the attack, and that shot attempt will sail wide. So a goal kick upcoming for Beckett Carlson. See Chris Franz having one of the better years of anybody around. If everybody hasn't heard of him outside the Northwest Suburban Conference, they should, because he's good. A little battle for it there, but Io's kept with it. Mance, that pass will find its way to Franz. And now sent out front there by Muhammad Buzama for Maple Grove, but won't connect, so a goal kick upcoming here for Totino-Grace. Eagles, well, back on their heels a little bit right now, trailing at 3-0. Yoakum drilling this one out beyond midfield. Audit leaving it there, but going to be picked off on Schroeder. Out there now for Grace. They go left side, and Cliff coming up that side. And then this call will go against Cliff, as the defender kind of ran him off that one, got in his way, and he tried to give the little tug and get him back in front of him, and the referee spotted it. So here's Carlson. We talked about how strong of a leg he has. Not a lot of teams necessarily would have their keeper take that free kick from way out there. But good to, it kind of gives you an extra weapon. Obviously, you don't have to have another defender back there to take it. Robinson out to grab that one up. I think Totino-Grace right now, I mean, obviously they'd like to get a goal, but they wouldn't mind the halftime break to regroup a little bit here. They've been kind of under siege here for sure. Here comes Mance. That one deflects away, but Mance regains control. The guys who have come off the bench have looked pretty good too from Maple Grove. It seems to be a deep lineup here. Bounces out front. Badillo, oh boy, and Robinson just barely able to get that one. And then the danger was too, is he going to fall into the net? And obviously, even if he's holding the ball, if it crosses that goal line, it would have been a goal. Did a good job to keep his balance there. That was one of those kind of sneaky shots that they tried to just loft over him. Doe working hard there for Grace, now sent ahead. Ooh, Doe sent sprawling on that one. It's going to be Grace's throw, though, as knocked out a play by Gradania for Maple Grove. And looks like Doe a little slow to get up, but he's all right. Yeah, I think he's asking, he got an awful lot of my leg there. Shouldn't that have been a foul? But official said no. Yoakum. Oops, that one slipped away. Is now a quick turnover and a chance for Maple Grove again. Franz, though, met up with Yoakum. Badillo gets around. Franz coming in to help out. Oh, I'm going to get a foul call there against Maple Grove, though. So free kick here for the Eagles. Go up the line with this one, but it's going to get out of play, and it'll be a Crimson throw. Masan will swing it around. Radanya sending it ahead, and that one's going to be a foul, and probably more than just, yeah, I think we've got a yellow card coming. We do. I think that was heading back to the previous one where Doe got knocked down hard. I don't think there's much doubt that that was a little retaliation, that he was upset with the previous one and came at him pretty hard. See if we can see as the pass across, and he comes a charging and doesn't slow down. Yeah, he got his shoulder into the back. Might get another angle at it here from field level here, and yeah, I don't think there's much doubt that he was still a little bit upset about the previous one, and that he came at him pretty good there. So the yellow card issued to Doe. Carlson will drive it upfield. And then the header flick, but this won't quite work out. Good idea, though. My goodness, Carlson, you're looking at how far he's driving that ball. I mean, he's putting the ball into scoring territory where they can bypass the midfield entirely. And it isn't much of a breeze here tonight, so you can't really say that it's wind aided, I don't think either. He's a tall keeper as well. Swing it to the middle, and then that pass. Good job working it upfield here for the Crimson. Badillo, I think he was worried about being offside there, so he kind of slowed up, and probably rightly so. Robinson able to grab it. So we get a throw here for Maple Grove. They step up there to meet him by Brendan Munsinger, number 14, who's in there now for Grace, and then we'll get foul call against Maple Grove. Been pretty tightly called here. As we said, the foul's mounting up a little bit. But well called, I think. Play to the outside. Here's a nice cross. Oh, and it's off the goalpost. Best chance for the Eagles right there. Nearly put one in. Carlson might have just got a piece of that. And near miss for the Eagles. They really hadn't done virtually anything offensively all night. All of a sudden, bang, that was a beautiful cross and a great header as well. But Carlson just getting a hand on it. Now Franz trying to get around the defender there. They say play on. Miller stepping in to intercept. Franz pushing it right back out toward Miller. And Miller will be called for the foul there. Another look at this great opportunity for Grace. See there, a well-hit crossing pass, and then opportunity there for Schroeder as right there, and yeah, just getting his left hand on it was Carlson. That was a great save, especially for a guy who hasn't been busy all night. That was a beauty. So Totino-Grace, signs of life offensively right there. And that was a fantastic stop. Badillo dropping the pass back as we're under 2 minutes to play here in this opening half. Maple Grove dominating, but Totino-Grace just about got on the board a moment ago. Beckett Carlson coming up big in goal for the Crimson. Now chip to the front. Franz with a header looking for Badillo. Oh, collides with Robinson and then puts it away. This is going to be a goal. They say legal on the collision there. And Badillo will put it away for Maple Grove. I think everybody like me was kind of looking around wondering, you know, was this collision gonna bring a halt to play or not? But they say Robinson coming out to meet it and put away instead by Badillo. So a 4-0 Maple Grove lead. Smith, swing it back here and send long up the left side. Franz running it down, crosses it here. Now knocked loose. Oh, they just didn't quite connect on that pass backward toward Mance. Right idea, I think, though. They had a much better angle from the top there. Here's Miller waiting for this one. Maple Grove feeling relentless right now too. I mean, it doesn't, you're not seeing lulls where they're not going hard, and I think that's a sign of a team that has some good depth too, because you know, you don't feel like you have to save yourself to be able to stay out there for a long time. And got some good subs coming in as well as the time ticks off this first half. And a pretty dominant first half here for Maple Grove. A pair of goals for that guy to start the game. Carter Sheard, Chris Franz, and Aaron Badillo adding goals as well for the Crimson. Then they got a great save as well from their keeper in the final couple minutes to secure this 4-0 lead. Maple Grove 4 and Totino-Grace nothing. We'll have first half highlights and stats, and then our second half of soccer coming up here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Beautiful fall evening here at Maple Grove, and a beautiful first half of soccer if you're a Maple Grove fan too. 4-0 Crimson at halftime over Totino-Grace as we check out some highlights from this opening half. And it started quite early for the Crimson as Jordan Ross chipping it ahead to Carter Sheard, and he knocks it in. A minute 59 in. It quickly became 1-0 Maple Grove. And then this ball sent up long here. Franz had it blocked. And then another long pass ahead from Badillo, and this time it's Sheard knocking it around the keeper and putting it in for his second goal. That one came in the 16th minute. And Sheard this time denied. Robinson, his best save of the first half right there. And here's another really good one after that as Mance took that low shot. Late in the half, Robinson another big save there on Franz. But the next time it wasn't going to happen. Franz walks in and drills it low into the corner. Great chance here, really the only good chance for Totino-Grace, but Carlson a diving stop off that header by Schroeder. And then Maple Grove continued to attack late here, and Badillo, I don't know, I was kind of not convinced that that one maybe was going to stand, but it did after the collision with the keeper Robinson. And you see the stats from that first half, Maple Grove dominating the Eagles. That one shot was really their only quality attempt at all. Fouls mounted up a little bit, so each team wound up with 8 and just 3 corner kicks total, all for Maple Grove. We'll take a break here and get set for our second half as Maple Grove trying to put the highlights, some more highlights together for the second half and try and get their 12th win of the season.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Drew, spot on this last one. There it is.
He's gone with it. Leo! They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
And welcome back. There's a look at Aaron Badillo. Had the 4th of 4 goals for Maple Grove tonight, and also an assist on an earlier one. So he's having himself quite an evening, as are the Crimson, as they have been dominant in this first half, leading Totino-Grace by a 4-0 count. Interesting, Maple Grove is out here and all ready to go, and Totino-Grace just breaking their huddle up now as they get set for the second half. These teams both, of course, in the Northwest Suburban Conference, and Maple Grove, obviously the league leader right now. Champlain Park, his only loss is to Maple Grove as well. Another really good team as you see the top part of the league, and Totino-Grace unfortunately finding themselves a little more in that second portion. But a decent team nonetheless. And there's a look at Maple Grove into that top spot in the rankings. Wayzata lost again on Tuesday, so they are in at number 2. Champlain Park from the Northwest Suburban also in there at number 8. So here we go. Second half as we change ends, of course. Maple Grove's in black, Totino-Grace in white for those just joining us here as we begin this second half here on a warm evening. Actually really nice temperature-wise. I heard on the weather that you know, this might be the last really warm day that we have, perhaps, as we turn into October, as I think it hit about 80 earlier in the day here, and as we saw about mid-70s, 74, I think it was at game time here for this one. Eagles trying to regroup a little bit. I mean, you have to try and do your best to forget about the scoreboard right now and just try and play solid soccer. And get a throw coming up here for Totino-Grace as Peter Cliff shielding off Sheard there. Crimson going back on the attack here. Badillo had his pocket picked there by Deba. And we'll get a foul called here against Maple Grove. Nice takeaway there, and here comes the Crimson. Franz with Sheard with him. He'll drop it over to Sheard, and there's the hat trick for Sheard. Unselfish play there by Franz. He didn't have quite as good of an angle as Sheard, and so he calmly dropped that one back. Once that pass came up the left side, it definitely looked like trouble for the Eagles. And you see Sheard did a nice job Sheard made sure he didn't get in too tight there, too, to leave a little angle for the pass, but also a little angle for the shot, and not in a position where Robinson could intercept the pass.
Find a pass. Yup, push up.
So Maple Grove's obviously had some blowouts along the way this year, and tonight shaping up as another. Beat Elk River and Blaine 6-0 in back-to-back games, and then had a string where they beat Anoka, Armstrong, and STMA 7-1, 7-1, 8-1.
Nice save by the Eagles goal.
So they've won a few close ones, but they've also blown some people out as well.
Corner kick for the Crimson.
So corner for Maple Grove after that Robinson save. Ross getting set to take it. And that one will be deflected wide. A goal kick upcoming here for the Eagles.
By number 7, Teddy Miller.
Well, we remind you to vote for our CCX Play of the Week each week, as each Monday we put 4 new plays up on our website, ccxmedia.org. Click on Sports and then Play of the Week and pick your favorite. We've had some good ones, some good response this fall. Maple Grove Soccer represented the last one, and got some possibilities from Tuesday and from today as well. Throw in here for the Crimson. Adania with it. Up the field they come nicely. Ross sending it out to the outside. Saladin, he'll track it down, and it was just a little behind Franz. And then knocked away. It'll be a throw coming here for Maple Grove.
I want to give a shout out to our sponsors tonight, Malone's and Teresa's.
Karn giving it back to Navas on there, and now they work it around to Isaiah Silver. He'll look for Teddy Miller. Miller goes up the line with it for Sheard, then deflected, and it actually goes off of Sheard. So we get a throw coming for Grace.
Check. Move. Don't walk.
Knocked away. Miller claiming it was off an Eagles foot, and it was. So it will be Maple Grove ball. Not only did he break that up, but he was able to deflect it off a Totino-Grace player as well. Back pass here, kind of dangerous. Deep, his eyes lit up there. He thought he was going to have a chance to pick that one off. Carlson again booming it upfield. Ross blocked that clear. Sheard stepping in. Knocked away by Saladin. They're just relentless up there, and then Ross blocked that pass, but it'll be a goal kick for Totino-Grace.
I want to give another shout out for another favorite sponsor of ours, Still Grain, out in Annandale.
5-0 lead here for Maple Grove. It was 4-0 at halftime. Carter Sheard added his third of the night early in this second half, so they now lead at 5-0. France trying to drag that one around the D, but it was blocked by the Eagles' Cliff. It'll be another goal kick upcoming here for Totino-Grace.
Open up.
Keep in mind we're missing a few pretty good players for both these teams here tonight as well. Holden Waldrum, the regular keeper for Maple Grove, being one of them, and also one of their leaders, Damon Humphrey. Gibson had it knocked away, gets it back. Now Ross, though, takes it. Pass went back past Padillo, then sent out front, and here's Franz getting a shot. Got it on target, didn't get a huge amount on that one though, and Robinson making the save for Totino-Grace. be interesting to see how long Maple Grove in particular sticks with their frontline guys. They have worked in quite a few subs already too, but you got some season to go. You want to get these guys opportunity to play off the bench a little bit, also rest some of your frontline guys a little bit. Deba will let that shot go, and Carlson ranging over to his right to make a good stop there. Pretty well placed shot. Yes, it was from out a ways, but that's a well hit ball. And Carlson wrapping his arms around it there for Maple Grove. The Crimson coaches said, Carlson, we have no doubt in a lot of programs would be the guy, would be playing regularly. We have no qualms about him playing at all. This Waldrum is a really good one as well. Udanya getting the ball here for the Crimson, sending it upfield. It bounces off of Ross. Now he gets it back. As Sheard and Franz up there with him, but a nice header to get it out of danger. Oops, then it hits a referee. Not sure if that one maybe hit the Crimson player's hand. Oh, then there's a quick giveaway to Ross. And Robinson comes out to get it. Chip to the middle. Miller waiting for it for Maple Grove. Sending it up, and it'll be knocked out of play there by Grace's Cliff. A throw for Sheard. Nope, Sheard's going to actually leave it. A teammate instead here is Miller will come up to take this throw in. Maple Grove dominating, leading it 5-0 here on CCX over Totino-Grace. Long throw in now. Ross trapping it down, knocked away from him, and this is going to be a goal kick though. Hit Ross last. Well, wait a minute. I think we might have a disagreement between the officials. Yeah, the center referee says goal kick. Ross was getting ready to go take a corner, and I think the official on the near side also was thinking corner, but was overruled. Deba trying to dribble through traffic there, lost it. Badillo then in turn lost it as well as he worked his way up the line, then taken back a third time. Karn up with it. Here's Sheard, gonna go for number 4, and he hits the crossbar. Sheard a follow-up try as well. He was not satisfied with 3, and he almost made it 4 goals for him individually. As this is a rocket. Got over Robinson and just square onto the crossbar. Ross sending it ahead for Sheard. Sheard another one. Pushes it across for Franz. His shot stopped by Robinson. Earlier, Franz was unselfish and gave it up to Sheard, and that time Sheard trying to return the favor. I don't think Robinson was Franz was necessarily expecting that pass. Got away a shot from a bad angle, and Robinson had to make another fairly difficult save there. So Robinson's been a busy man in goal for Totino-Grace for sure. He's definitely had a few real quality saves, but also just too much quantity and quality, and he's given up 5. Or his team has given up 5, should say. Most of them not really his fault, you wouldn't say, but nice takeaway there by Silver. And Silver will get it back here for Maple Grove. Pushed ahead now to France. Swinging around, Badillo trying to trap that one down, but couldn't quite gain control. And the Eagles, oh, we got an injury, it looks like. Teddy Miller shaken up there, and nice sportsmanship by Grace as they cleared that ball out on purpose. Miller hobbling, but quickly got off, and I think telling the trainer all about it here. Go back to Robinson to the Eagles. Yoakum sending it ahead. Silver intercepting it there. Now Ross. Daniel up with it. Ross chipping it over. Nice step up to break it up, though, by Antonio Rolfe. Sayudiba, good footwork there. Got the pass away to Gibson, but clean takeaway by Godania for Maple Grove. He'll play it back to his keeper, Carlson. Jabbed away there from Morey, but Eagles keep possession. Kind of feels like Maple Grove is, I don't want to say backed off, but you know, not attacking quite as hard defensively as they had been. Kind of natural with this 5-0 lead that things would slow down a little bit, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Cliff sending it ahead now as he looks for Wes Peterson. And it'll be a throw for Maple Grove. They keep it moving here. Up for Ross. Ross lost it to Worku. But then they get it right back. Send it ahead to Ross. Ross drilling that one. It's blocked. Badillo gets a chance and just over the top. Another nice back pass there, and Badillo knew what to do with it, but he just got under it a little too much and puts it over the top of the net. Elias Yazbek coming in for Grace along with number 10, Keenan Frieden. Badillo gets control here, back to Shunabasan. Ross sending it ahead. Sheared leaving it for Franz. Walks in and he hits the goal post. Another perfect three-way setup at that time. Franz not quite able to bury it as he hits the goal post. Boy, that was great timing. I mean, those guys just read each other so well on that play. Sheared just tapping it, but couldn't quite bury it. High bouncer here, and this will get out of play. Max Johnson, number 5's in there now for Maple Grove. Get a throw for Cliff. Godania dropping it back here to Beckett Carlson. He's going to leave it for Johnson. Sheared trapping it down and gets the return up that right side. Sheared leaving it over now. Here's Franz. Lining it up, drives a shot, and he hits the crossbar after hitting the goal post moments ago.
By Chris Franz, just off the crossbar. Corner kick for the Crimson. In for the Crimson is number 17, Isaac Swenson. And number 22, Caleb
Swenson will come back in. Mance back in as well. As another look at that one as it went off the defender Yoakum and then off the crossbar. Ross with the corner, and there's Franz, another opportunity. The header right on, but Robinson was ready.
Chris Franz with a quick header.
Very nicely done on this corner, and Franz getting up to it first. Boy, he could easily have, you can see why he scored so many this year, even though he's had some near misses tonight. Good hustle by Johnson, puts it out front, and Franz will bury this one. The chances keep on coming. Nice pass over there, and Franz able to bury it. See, really good hustle to get to this one by Johnson, and then he just puts a perfect ball on his foot. So Franz getting his second of the night. But boy, I tell you what, for a guy who's just come in the game, that was a heck of a pass too by Max Johnson, and also good hustle to get there. And I have a feeling that one, you know, they obviously know how good Chris Franz is and what he can do, but I have a feeling the coaches are going to be just as happy about the assist on that one as the goal. Gibson sending it ahead, and Carlson will come out, call his D off to take this one. There's a look at Max, who made that great hustle and great pass. To the outside here. Audit will send it upfield. Ross trying to finesse his way through and then had it taken. Here's Gibson, but boy, he was all alone. He looked around and it was like all he could see were black jerseys. And it'll be a throw here for the Crimson. Up the left side comes Peterson, but Johnson took it away from him. Maple Grove looking to go to the counter here. Sent ahead, and Franz saying, did you not see him pushing me? And I'm thinking if I were the referee, he's probably saying, but I see that you're already ahead 6-0. Probably not going to give you the benefit of the doubt on that one. By the way, Crimson fans, I'm sure that, you know, parents certainly already know this, but Maple Grove was supposed to host Cooper on Saturday. That game has been canceled. Cooper had to withdraw from that game, so they will not be playing Cooper on Saturday. Battle for it here, and Eagles able to keep possession. Morey lost it there to Smith. Be a throw for Maple Grove. I think we had subs coming in, so that's why they stopped playing. Yeah.
Into the Eagles, number 21, Juan Schroeder. And number 14, Brandon Munson.
Muhammad Bazuma coming in for Maple Grove, and Schroeder and Munsinger coming back in for Totino-Grace. Nearing the halfway point of the second half, it is all Maple Grove leading at 6-0. Sent long here, and Robinson will come out to get that one. There were two defenders, and then Isaac Swenson was trying to wiggle his way between them to get a scoring chance there for Maple Grove, but Robinson gets to it. Knocked away by Johnson. We will get a throw for Totino-Grace. They'd like to break the deadlock at least. I mean, that would be something to get that zero off the board. They had that one great chance late in the first half, and actually two pretty decent chances, but that's about it for the game. Swenson running it down. Knocked away, but he stays with it. And that back pass hammered out of there. He had a pretty good catch by the ball chaser there. That's all. I didn't actually see it, but the crowd reacting. Here's Johnson throwing it in. And that one will be booted right back out. Max Johnson, who got that assist on the last goal, will throw it in again here.
Hey, Max, big throw. Big throw, Max.
Here's Johnson again now to throw it in. He blocks that clear. Can they keep it alive? Oh, great effort there. Good work by Swenson. Now here's Bozema putting it out front. Follow-up opportunity deflected by Franz. And it's going to be in, I believe, yes. Franz will get another goal as he winds up going down into the back of the net. So he will join Sheard in having hat tricks tonight. You see it's deflected away there. Then the pass, Franz deflected that one and then stayed with it to keep it, nudging it over the goal line there. So Franz had some near misses, but they get him that hat trick again, as he had Tuesday as well. So Crimson leading it now 7-0. They had a 4-0 halftime lead.
In for the Crimson, number 28, Charlie Chenard.
Lifted to the outside here, Max Johnson booming that one way out of play. A throw coming here for Totino-Grace. Cliff will take the throw in here for Grace. Then they bring it back to Cliff, chips it with the left foot. Header comes out front and knocked away for the moment. Here's Schroeder, though, a shot, and Carlson ranging over. It looked like it was probably going to be wide, but he takes no chances there. Eagles able to force a quick turnover. Quite a few subs obviously in for Maple Grove now as with this big time lead. Chipped ahead, Carlson will come out and grab it up. Univasan waiting for this one, and he'll send it up the line, but not quite able to keep it in as he went for Caleb Mance. Ivan Antonio Rolfe coming back in for Totino-Grace along with Deba, and Ross will come back in for Maple Grove.
Into the Eagles, number 11, Ivan Antonio Rolfe. Number 8, Joe Moore. Check out 18, Sekou Deba.
Ross dropping it over to Johnson. Goes right back to Ross. Jabbed loose from him, though. Schroeder. That pass knocked away, but Deba able to come up with it. Taken back here for the Crimson by Silver. Sent long up the right side, Caleb Chouinard, or Charlie Chouinard, excuse me. Now putting it out front, Robinson grabbing that up. Johnson intercepting that pass. Comes over to Ross and putting it on target to Swenson. Worku. That one goes out off Maple Grove. It'll be a throw coming up here for Totino-Grace. So the Eagles will have to kind of try and regroup a little bit. They knew they were playing a really good team tonight. Not an easy one Tuesday either, as they play at Park Center. Here's Ross with a great move. Ross then had that one deflected. Gonna have a new keeper coming in for Maple Grove. Eric McCracken will come in and net, as Carlson will head to the bench. So the senior Eric McCracken in goal now for Maple Grove. So we'll roll all the way out. We get a throw coming for Maple Grove. Back for Chenard, but this one out. So Eagles will get it on a free kick way down there in the corner. Gets over the first wave and cleared out of play there by Guadagna for Maple Grove. We get a throw coming up for Totino-Grace again, trying to break the deadlock. Obviously they're well out of the game at 7-0, but would love to at least take that 0 off the board. Battle for it here. And he ultimately winds up with the Crimson. Been a fairly physical game as the night is worn on here. Now we do get a foul call there against Maple Grove. Lifted upfield there, Guadagna breaking that up. And sent long back the other way. Chenard with the header. And he heads it down to his feet. Chenard playing it through. Opportunity, and going to be offside, no goal.
No goal, offside.
Lance thought he had one there. He did a really nice job again staying calm when the keeper came out to try and smother it, but flag had gone up. Ross dropping that pass back. Stepping to the middle, but now send across for Chenard here. But not able to run it down. We get a goal kick upcoming here for Grace. Some more subs coming in.
For the Eagles, number 2, Francisco
Cerna coming in for Totino-Grace.
Number 8, Addison Wong.
Addison Wong will come in number 8, and 21 Elam Olson for Maple Grove.
21, Elam Olson.
Chenard coming back, left it for Ross. They send it right back. Ross making a move to the middle. And a little tug there and before Wong could line that one up for a shot. Here's Johnson. Schroeder will drop the pass back. Maple Grove continuing to pass well, even when they've subbed a lot. And oh my, a knockdown there, and I thought we might even see a card. That seemed pretty obvious that he was just looking to shove him down. But play on. Well, not play on entirely. There's a foul call, but not a card. Chip to the front, and now they're able to knock it on out of there. Guadagna coming up with it. And nobody home as that one comes all the way through. We'll get a goal kick here for Totino-Grace. And they turn it over. Ross is knocked down. Seba getting a talking to, but not a card there. Marching off the correct yardage there for allow for this free kick here for Ross. And just missed with that one. Atanga will come back in here for Totino-Grace. And he'll replace Deba. Ross winning that ball. Chenard sending it ahead. Now Ross will come up with it to the outside. That shot attempt blocked. And jabbed away. We'll get a throw here for Maple Grove. And that one will be hammered right back out. Hey, that was pretty nice.
A nice trap there by the CCX cameraman. Hey, CCX is here. Thanks for coming to our game tonight.
Throw in, and that'll go off the chest of the Eagles Yazbek. So a corner kick upcoming here for Maple Grove. Here's Ross. Chenard got underneath that one. It was a ball bounced up a little bit higher than he was hoping there, and a tough one to control. It sends it up and over the top. Foul call there. Things had been getting a little chippy down the stretch here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few more whistles. Grace free kick coming here for Yoakum. So he'll serve one in, and then the header, and there's McCracken getting to get his hands on the ball for the first time as he came in goal to replace Beckett Carlson for Maple Grove. Crimson double the dribbler there and taken by Ross, sending it ahead for Swenson. Swenson trying to win that ball back, and he did. But then they turn it over. All the way back around it comes Gordania, sending it ahead. Azoma will loft one ahead. Right idea there for sure for Swenson, but nobody really in vicinity to get to it. But his header, I mean, he deadened it nicely to give a teammate an opportunity maybe for a shot, but just nobody close enough. Yeah. Played to the outside here by Mance. Mance will leave it over to Ross. Ross stepping through defenders. Ross tripped up. I think we're going to have a penalty kick upcoming here for Maple Grove. As Ross made a couple of nice moves and then was hauled down.
Penalty shot for the Crimson.
Another look as he gets by and then tripped up right there. So Ross is going to take the penalty kick, it appears here too, for Maple Grove. And he will bury it. Make it 8-0. Ross, as we said, been a great addition this year for the Crimson. Getting the goal there on his 9th of the season. And now they'll check him out. Reese Saladin will come back in. Chenard controlling here for the Crimson. And Robinson calling off his D to come get that one for TG. Chenard playing it to the middle. Well, I think he's continuing to stay physical with subs out, and that was an obvious hip check there, and I think that's going to be a card issued there. Yeah, it is for Bozema for Maple Grove. I think that's a very legit card, but I also think that Grace probably could have gotten one or two earlier as well, and that sort of continued to see the escalation of it. There's no doubt TG's frustrated when they're way behind. I also think they may have been frustrated that, you know, Jordan Ross was still out there trying to score and that kind of thing too. I mean, it's every coach's decision to make. Here's a shot blocked by Johnson. His keeper, McCracken, was out caught in the middle of the fray there, and Max Johnson able to block that one and keep it as a shutout. Otherwise, that was going to be in. Played ahead now for Silver, and now sending it long. And it's nice to see that they're still playing hard out there, but boy, we're seeing a lot of rough stuff down the stretch here too. The other look at this one is watch McCracken will come out and he can't get a grip on it, and then he falls in the middle of the pack, and watch Johnson just not only being in the right position, but keeping that, you know, using his chest to trap that one rather than, you know, sometimes instinct is to just protect it with your hand, and obviously that wouldn't have been so good. But great job by Johnson to keep that one out. (8-0) Maple Grove lead. 4 goals in each half. Hat tricks for Carter Sheard and Chris Franz. Jordan Ross and Aaron Badillo also adding single goals here for Maple Grove. They, again, are ranked number 1 in the state, Class 3A. And I touched on it briefly in the pregame that for the past several years, Maple Grove has been in Section 8 AA. We've now gone to 3 classes, which resulted in some, you know, shifting around section-wise. And they're in Section 5 3A, which is back with programs that they had kind of traditionally been in with back in the day. But so now they'll be looking at, you know, the Champlain Parks and Mountains Views, teams like that, as Osseo, as you know, some of the teams will have to get through. Not that there weren't some good teams in Section 8 too, but I think overall you'd have to say probably a little deeper and stronger Section 5 that the Crimson will have to wade their way through. And Park Center, I can't leave them out of that question too, as far as teams that might be in the mix in Section 5. Corner kick upcoming here for Maple Grove as we're ticking down toward 2 minutes to go in a very lopsided game, 8-0. Addison Wong taking this corner, gets high kick toward the top of the box. Keep on battling for it. Now drop back for a shot, and that one will sail up and over. And get a goal kick upcoming here for Totino-Grace. And a frustrating night for them for sure. I mean, they just kind of got overwhelmed, giving up that goal real early, and gotten 1 or 2 good chances of their own. Maybe 3, I guess, total. But overall, obviously, Maple Grove's had much the better of it. Schroeder getting his left foot to that one, sending it ahead towards Cerna. Johnson's going to play it back to McCracken there and able to boot that one out. Ooh, slick move there by Swenson. Boy, the intensity, as I said, has not let up at all. Guys are playing hard and playing physical down the stretch. You know, almost on occasion, almost too much, but Chenard putting it out front, and there's Robinson getting to it just ahead of the charging Addison Wong. About a half minute to go in the contest here. Maple Grove going to win for the 12th time this season against no losses. And just a couple more league games. They've got Andover coming here on Tuesday. Under 10 as we tick it down. And again, 4 goals in each half for Maple Grove. 3 for Carter Sheard, 3 for Chris France, 1 for Jordan Ross, and 1 for Aaron Badillo. So Maple Grove showing why they are not only leading the conference, but ranked number 1 in Class 3A with a dominant performance here tonight. Hope you've enjoyed this one here from Maple Grove as the Crimson dominate Totino-Grace. Again, your final is 8-0 for all of our crew. I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from the home of the Crimson.